Assalamu alaikum, beautiful people. Peace be upon you all. We all talk, but how many of us speak words that brings a smile someone else's face? We all share stories, but how many of us create the positive impact on society and communities? Today, we are looking at the foundation of our community, education. Yes, education is the backbone of a nation. I'm joined by a top IT specialist all the way from America, and I'm going to ask some difficult questions, try to get some solutions, and his wonderful thought. What he think about education system? Is the modern school system still a gateway to success, or has it become a financial trap for our next generation? In a world of digital era, AI, rapid change, does a degree still carry the weight as it used to? We're gonna know the answer. Please welcome Mr. Martin to AK Podcast. Mr. Martin, welcome to our show.
Hey, buddy, thank you for the invite. Thank you for taking the time and inviting me. Thank you.
You're welcome. How are you doing, man?
Doing great. Yeah, happy Sunday. Happy
That,
Sunday to you.
that's great. That's good. My first question to you, Mr. Martin, the skill gap. We have seen that lots of skill gap to our Gen Z nations. They are still trying to figure out day by day what the world heading in terms of technology issues. So my question to you, as an IT specialist, you see how fast technology moves. Do you feel the current university system is teaching students the tools of yesterday? And is that why some call it a scam for the next generations?
That's a good question. Yeah, it's a good question. This is actually so for myself, I've been, in IT since I was very little. I always loved technology. So within years have passed and passed, we've seen a lot of involvement, and especially now with the AI. So it's a good question. It's like, is it worth it to go to school? Like, the true about technology is the is moving faster than universities. That's what I've seen in the IT, like every couple weeks, every couple months, and it definitely throws a red flag because you spend a lot of money, you give in 4 years of your time, and then when you get out of school, you're going to be industry ready. So that's a lot of things because AI can actually do a lot of the stuff, like a lot of stuff that junior developers can do. The AI can actually do. Like I was building an e-commerce the other day, and normally I will hire somebody to do the styles on the website. Uh, the AI practically build the whole entire. I didn't even have to write a code. I just told the AI, hey, build me an application. So it throws a lot of red flags. So it plus universities, it's not there, it's not really cheap, it's a lot of money. So that's where the whole scam is saying, is it worth it? I think it's more to do with the universities. Are they need to spend more time in keeping up with technology. That's the whole thing. I think as they're teaching foundations, they're teaching theories about stuff that is they practically the AI can actually do. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's one of those big misunderstanding that a lot of people have. So yeah,
There is a
so
wonderful, such important point you just raised about the expenses of the university. The cost is really massive for middle class families,
yeah,
children. So, if I may ask you, degree versus experience, all right? In the America or UK, in fact, whole entire world, market, tech market, yeah, we see
yeah.
many successful developers who are self-taught.
Mhm.
In your opinion, is a $50,000 degree still more valuable than a 6 month specialist bootcamp or hands-on experience?
But it depends on the job that you're looking for. For example, if you're going for like web applications, I think the best way to go it will be like you can, at one point in boot camp we used to be very, very, very popular. And now at this point, even boot camp is not even that. There was a lot of people making videos about, you can learn online, like, learning how to make applications. So with this new AI, what a lot of companies are really looking for is for somebody that can actually deliver. They want to, somebody that can know how to deploy applications, to be able to. They're looking for security. They're looking for somebody to, because the AI can actually write a lot of that stuff, and all you got to do is just kind of manage what the AI can do. And and then, delivering the project, delivering the product, so they can make money. It's everything falls down to make money. So when you get out of, when you go to college and you do boot camps, what they're looking for is somebody can deliver to make money, because they make money, then they pay you, and
Yeah.
even if you're working for yourself, so is the question is it worth it? And I think it's just the universities, they don't see, they're not, in other words, they're not sync with the real world. That's what I think. They're not sync. They're kind of like old system. Like, so technology advance so quick, and they're not sync. That's where the whole thing, I think it is. Yeah, I think
All
it's
right.
worth it. I mean, to me, it's worth it to go to school. And
I-
some depends on what you're going for. You
yeah,
know.
the financial burden is really does matter to our children, to our parents. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if I may ask you regarding that financial issues, many students start their lives with massive debt for a degree
Mm.
that doesn't guarantee a job. At what point does investing in yourself become a financial trap that hurts our youth instead of helping them?
Yeah. So I okay. So for IT, for example, for IT, in my personal opinion, for IT, there, I think with just spending and learning just the basic, and I think you can actually become your own boss. We're like in the AI, and we are like in a different era that you. This is the time where you can actually. There's so many tools available for you that you can actually learn on your own. Like, yeah, if you want to go become a doctor, if you want to become maybe a nurse, if you want even the doctors are using AI for some other patients, like tools and things like that. For example, when I was going to school, I had to learn, like, so my what I learned in school, it was in I had a it was electrical slash, so you had to know the electrical part, you had to know the electronics part, and I had to learn how to do the software part.
Yeah.
So
Theory
those
and
are the
practical both, right?
yeah, so this is a time, so nowadays, I mean, all of that, it's available online. So so you can learn, and in my type of field, I can, pick if I want to go electronics, or I can do, like, for example, a biomedical uses software. Biomedical uses electronic equipment.
Mm.
So you can pick. They also, when I was going to school, they teach me how to do like problem solving. It's like a lot of stuff that you don't learn it on the you don't learn that in school nowadays. So I don't know. My time, I would think it was different. It was very different. I'm
Yeah,
not trying to say
so that means
yeah.
the education system, teaching systems is completely different than in 20 years ago and 2026. If you compare
Yeah.
between them, is
Mhm.
huge differences. Become more
Like
changes.
I can involve to if I want to work in customer service, I can do that. I'm a problem solving skill. Like, if I want to work in I've worked in the past, I've worked in repairing medical equipment, so in the past, and I worked in fixing electronic stuff that goes inside, believe it or not, inside planes. I worked on that. I have experience on that. I have experience, like, how to work in like back in the days. I worked in repairing electronic boards. So, and then I worked also in the hospital, repairing some of the equipment. So I like different things I've done in the past, and because of the trade that I learned.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even if that disappears, I'll
So
try to find something else to do.
So, Martin, that is really a massive difficult for a student who have debt, and after finishing their study, there will be a big trap if they can't give it back.
Yeah, it is definitely. So I do feel like I think we're in a time where uh, a school school is it's good for certain degrees. I don't think it's a good investment in certain, like for example, if you're trying to get into the IT. I think you can learn, there's plenty of stuff available online. You can actually learn. There's a lot of resource up there that you can learn it instead of going into debt for 40, 50, 80, 90, 100,000. I think you should really rethink about it, because like why will get it, why will you get in debt and become, become like an IT, and then
Mm.
don't not able to find a job because like there's a lot of IT people that they're fighting for. I can tell you, for like, for example, software developers, like React developers, if you go online you can actually see videos online. There's like thousands and thousands of people trying to learn something, and they're applying, and then when they apply for jobs they're applying for I remember back in the days it was like a front end developer, and there would be like hundreds and 200s of people trying to apply for the same job. So I think you definitely got it. And we're in a time where, you really got to rethink about it. Yeah.
All
And
right.
instead of investing that money, especially if you're going to go into the IT, the
Mm.
jobs are still there, but it's different. It's way different. Because the AI, it's evolving. I mean, yeah, like, and looking for a paycheck, and it won't be there, So, and then you have this big school debt. So yeah, definitely, I would definitely rethink about it.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right, let's move on. Completely different questions to
Okay.
improvement of our education systems according to your knowledge and experience. If you could redesign the education system for your own children, what real life skill would you include that schools are currently ignoring? Like financials, education, AI tools, emotional intelligence, or
Yeah.
whatever you think. What do you think?
But like for example, the school system, I think they can improve. Like for example, they can have more trade stuff. Like for example, electricians, mechanics. Like mechanics, like you have mechanics. Like like if you want to become your own boss, entrepreneurs. Digital skills, like a lot of people like to create video, like digital content, like what we're doing right now. Cybersecurity, sometimes they don't offer that in a regular community college. Like my son, he went to a regular community college, and he got his AAS degree, and from there he has to transfer to another university to get his bachelor's, and that's for computer science. And from there, if he wants to go for cybersecurity, he will have to invest more time. So that's 4 years. That's money. That's
Mm,
time that, and then he has to, once he gets out of school, he's gonna compete with I don't know, another two, three, four, 500 people that are applying for the same job.
mm,
So I think that you have more, more selections, like electricians, air conditioning people, like plumbers, things like that, mechanic.
yeah,
How
yeah.
come they don't offer that in so I think there should be more like I mean, mechanics will make good money. I know it's not a clean job, but it's electricians too. Electricians, like we need electricians. We need I think we need to have a bigger, instead of just focusing in, computer science. I think we should have more selections.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
in school, they should think about that early stage of the children. They should have that educations,
Yeah.
which is in future they desperately need. Community, society, the country
Yeah.
needs. They have to based on their needs to change their education systems
Yeah.
according
So
to yeah.
yeah, because I was gonna say, like for example, like I enjoy computers. I enjoy working on that. Like if I don't, if I have nothing, not a project that I'm working in the computers, for example, I can grab something like something breaks like Like let's say I want to program a electronic board, I can do that because I have the skills. But not everybody likes that. Not everybody likes that type of work. Some people like, for example, they enjoy working in. Some people, believe it or not, they like working. They like doing air conditioning, and they enjoy that. Some people like doing they like electrician. I personally don't like that because I don't like to be out there in the heat. But it's money. What there welders, for example, some people enjoy that, being welders. So me personally, I'm not into that, but I think it should be more selections. I think more selections for you to decide if you want to go for that. It's like, so like some people like programming. Some people like the hardware part of the and some also too, some we like networking too, like network when they connect all the networks in the schools. Like somebody has to connect your
Mm.
your your
Yeah, there should be
your
more choice to pick
more
up. Yeah,
choices. Yeah, I
yeah,
think it should be more choices, and I think more broad, so that way, we're not stuck to just this particular,
yeah.
particular. And I
Not
think what
not
helped me out when I'm
not
sorry.
based on only math, English, science, and biology, all those
Yeah, yeah,
subjects. You have to be focused on ITs and technologies
yeah.
at the beginning stage of children, so then they can grow their mind that what
Mhm.
is really
Right.
happening in real world.
Yeah. So it comes to this. It comes to. I know at one point everybody wanted to become wanted to get a job in the computer science. Everybody wanted to become an IT. But now it's just overwhelmed. Like it's so many people into that. So the need is not there. I mean, during COVID, yes, it was there because a lot of people were staying home. But now everything's back to normal. Everybody's back to normal. So now, they were pushing there were so many creators that were creating, a lot of stuff online. They were making money just creating videos about
Yeah,
programming. So now, because people are just, now people are going back to their normal life, there's no need. So you don't see the need anymore. Like, there's less and less. You can, I'm not, I mean, that's a fact. You can actually go online, Google, like you could type in Google, you can go there. So I think there should be more selections. We need more, trade schools, I think. Trade
yeah,
schools. So that way, because when you get out of school, you want to be able to, if you're going to invest your time and your money, you want to be able to find a job. That's the bottom. You're looking for survival. You're looking, because if you go to school and you're not able to find a job and you have to get a job in freaking Walmart, or you need to find work in a restaurant, that be the whole purpose of why spend 30, 40, 50,000. So
yeah.
yeah, so
All
that's what the
right.
whole thing about the scam part. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. We are eventually at the last stage of the show. So finally,
Oh.
I would like to ask you that for a parent listening to the AK podcast today who is worried about their child's future, should they push for a traditional university path, or should they encourage their child to learn a trade or digital skill instead? What is your advice?
um I mean, uh I think it's about up to, I don't know, every family is a bit different. Like in my family, I always let my kids choose what they like to do. Like my older kid, he is going to for computer science, even though the economy doesn't look good enough, but
Yeah.
he's going for that, and hopefully, I was able to find a job even in a bad economy. So, and my daughter, she is into she's pretty good about creating stuff. So yeah, it depends, I guess. Depends on the time. Like right now I'm letting them pick their own stuff, make their own choices. But I think it's, to me, I was, if it would be best to have to let them pick a trade school, like for example, like a electrician, or maybe become something like a digital creator, like he has a lot of stuff that he can talk about and teach other people, like creator, but he doesn't like it. That's the thing about it. He doesn't like it. He likes rather be in the computer, fixing stuff online for other people, like writing software. He just likes that, and that's what he likes. So I can't push him. So myself, I also think too the same thing. So it just depends. Some people like yourself. You have a great channel where you have a lot of followers. You create a lot of videos, great content and everything. But me personally, I, I will it's I will follow them,
It
I
depends
guess.
on their
uh,
choice, even their
yeah,
intention, where they
yeah,
want to see
yeah,
themselves in
yeah,
future. Yeah. All
yeah,
right. Thank you so
yeah.
very much. So, dear viewers, today we have pulled up the curtain on the education system. We have learned that while a degree is a piece of paper, or your skills, or your focus and your authenticity are the real currency of your life. All right, as we always say, we all share stories, but how many of us create the positive impact on our society? Okay, in this digital era, in this AI era, do we really prepare ourselves? Do we really think of it, which direction the world heading? So this is the very important that we try to say. We have to
Right.
keep ourselves up to date. Otherwise, the life will be very, very difficult. All right. As an IT specialist, is here. He also seeing the same thing. He also worry about his own life as well as the children's, as well as kids, me, myself. Which direction should we go? Follow your purpose and please keep smiling. Create a positive impact as we always trying to do, and we shall see you soon with another episode. Stay tuned with AK Podcast. Thank you, Martin, for joining us.
Thank you. Have a good one.